Hey everyone, we're back in the video, and today we're talking about season preview of the Calgary Flames and what do we expect from them this coming season. Now, we expected more to happen in this offseason, and it just did not happen. Guys like Elias Lindholm, Michael Backlund, guys like that, and Noah Hannafin, three guys that we thought maybe traded, or at least one of the three, or maybe two of the three would be traded um, and see more action happen. Unfortunately, we did not see that. They'll keep them until the season starts, right? And we'll see how the season starts for them and if they can sign Lindholm or Hannafin and Backlund. Um, at least one of them or two of them, right? So we'll see what happens. They did trade Tyler Toffoli. He said he did not want to come back to Calgary. They did move him on to the New Jersey Devils for Yegor Saragovich. He had a down year, Saragovich, so hopefully he can bounce back with Calgary, get even more of an opportunity with the Flames than he would with the Devils now and in the future. So, look at what we have. First round, they have their own first round. It's condition. They don't have the 2025 first round pick. That goes to the Habs because of Sean Monahan. They trade that contract to the Habs, and the price you pay for, a big contract that they didn't want to keep anymore. And the Habs have that contract, and Florida has basically the 2025, right? So they have Florida's 2025 pick, and in 2026 they have their own pick too in condition. So looking at our team, the forward group here, we have Jonathan Huberdeau, Nathan Kadri, Andrew Mangiapane, Michael Backlund, Blake Coleman, Elias Lindholm, Igor Stelgovich, Dylan Dubé, Matthew Coronado, Jacob Pelche, Walker Dulo, and Adam Ruzicka. So you have some guys here. Um, Obviously, we need a massive bounce back season from Jonathan Huberdeau. Had over 100 points when he was with Florida, and he got traded to the Flames in a blockbuster deal with Matthew Tkachuk. And Huberdeau had a massive down season, around 55 points. And now he's entering into now a deal here at 10.5 million for the next 8 years at 30 years old. So, new GM, they have new coach, um, and we'll see how Jonathan Huberdeau bounces back with the Flames and how much he bounces back because Jonathan Huberdeau is a fantastic offensive goal scorer. He can get 100 points or close to it, 80, 90 points, right? 55 is not acceptable for him. So hopefully for a bounce back, you gotta think it's more than 50 points, 55 points, right? You gotta think more like 80, 90 points, right? We'll see how he does. Definitely be interesting how things go. Also, they had Kadri. They signed him. Kadri at 7 million. That's an okay deal. He's one of the Sentinels. 6 years left on a $7 million deal. Mangiapane, he's played pretty well. He's 27 years old at 5.8 million. Michael Backlund's the guy. He's been with Calgary his whole career, drafted by Calgary. Now he's 34-year old. And he wants to win. He wants to win a Stanley Cup, but just go on a deep playoff run. And Calgary hasn't been able to do that. They get to the first round, they lose. They go to the first round, they lose again, right? A couple years ago, they got to the second round, right? After beating Dallas. And then they play the Oilers and they get swept in the second round. So things like that. I think he wants to play in a team that can win, get to the playoffs, and not just that, want a playoff run to happen, right? See what happens there. Coleman, looking at him, he's 31 with 4 more years at 4.9 million. Lars Lindholm, he's the center, he's the guy. If he's not gonna sign, I would try to get max value for him as soon as possible. I think the Flames want to see how good they are. They're gonna be really good, or they're gonna be really bad like last year. They've been up, down the last, like 5 years. So we'll see what happens. I think that's really going to depend on what they're going to do with him. Coronado, he's coming out as a rookie next year. Dylan Dubé, he's a guy, 2.3 million. He's 25. He's a top 9 guy. We'll see how he does. Pelche, another young guy, Walker Dulu, he's pretty good too. So we'll see what happens here. Looking at, oops, sorry, looking at some prospects here. Coronado, we know, for center, just for forwards, Honzek, Samuel Honzek, they drafted, um, this past draft in 2023. That's pretty good. They also have Connor Zary. He's another center. Does he make the NHL this year? Does he still play in the AHL? We'll see how that goes. Um, and that's about it, of young guys coming up. Not saying that's all, but they have Coronado, Pelche, Zary, guys like that could try to make the team, right? Looking on defense here, we have Mackenzie Weigel at a 8-year deal, just signed. Well, not just signed, but entering the 6.25 million. He signed about the same time Huberdeau did. Come from Florida in that massive deal. He's 29-year-old. Um, he wants to be in Calgary. He wants to play with players who want to be in Calgary. So that's good to see. He wants to be there. Maybe he's the next captain of the Calgary Flames. He has a long-term deal. That might be something, but Rico's a good defenseman. He's got the right shut down guy too. He's pretty good. 6.25 might be a little high for him, but the cap goes up. Definitely, this would help. Noah Hannafin, like I said, he's gonna be done. At 4.95 million. He's 26-year-old. He's solid. Um, you're looking at Tanev. He's a UFA. Nikita Zadorov is gonna be a UFA. Jordan Oster is a UFA. So is Dennis Gilbert. The only guy who's signed long term besides not Mackenzie Black, but Mackenzie Rico is Rasmus Anderson with 3 years left on his deal. So this blue line could look totally different after the season. We'll see how that goes and how things go. Zadorov is a big shutdown defenseman. Tanev, he's pretty good too, veteran presence. So we'll see what happens. If they don't play well, I could see him trade Hannafin. I could see him trade Tanev, Zadorov. Guys like that will get a package together. We'll see how that goes for sure. And then looking at the goaltending here, you have Jacob Markstrom, Daniel Vidal, and you can't forget about Dustin Wolf. Dustin Wolf is one of the best goalies, young goalies out there. Him, Devin Levi, your, Askarov is another guy. 3 goalies right there, young, promising guys. Those are some guys there too. But how does Wolf come in here? Does he play? How does things work out by the deadline? We might see a change in goal here. Either that means Vidal's gone or something like that. We'll see what happens. But also, Oliver Shillington, who's a defenseman, he's also going to be a UFA at the end of the year. So lots happening. Like I said, we'll see how everything turns out here. But like I said, we could see a different blue line by the deadline or into the off season of next year. So it really depends how this team plays. If this team plays well, maybe they sign some of the guys and be like, hey, we have some hope here. Or if things don't go well, you start trading, selling at the deadline. Those guys, like I said, like I said in the forward group too. So it really depends. Like I said, up down season. You Last year, you lost Johnny Gaudreau, Matthew Tkachuk. That's 2 parts of your core, 2 parts of your first line gone. So, you know, seeing that gone and then adding Huberdeau and Rigo and guys like that, different and had, slower years, which they hopefully have a bounce back year. But it's just different and the team's, trying to adjust and all that, right? But we'll see how this team does. Very interesting to see how it goes because Adam Huska is the new head coach of the Calgary Flames, and Craig Conroy is now the GM of the Calgary Flames. So he's going to really analyze and see what this team's direction is going to have to be. And yeah, we'll see what happens with Calgary moving forward. Thanks for watching, NHL Sports. See you next video. Bye.